Nuckelavee, Scotland origin and essence. The Nuckelavee is the most dreaded and repulsive sea demon in the folklore of the Orkney Islands, Scotland. Rooted in Orcadian mythology, it is believed to be a primordial force of pure evil, symbolizing the devastating power of both sea and land. Its presence on the shore is a horrifying omen, foretelling mass plague, disease, severe drought, or total crop failure, as its fetid breath is said to instantly wither crops, poison water, and taint the very air. Crucially, it is fatally vulnerable only to running fresh water. Description: the Nuckelavee has a grotesque, composite form, a monstrous half-horse, half-man hybrid that is completely devoid of skin. Its body is comprised of raw, exposed flesh. The muscles, sinews, and veins, which are allegedly filled with black blood, are visible and pulsating. The human torso, attached directly to the horse's back, has massive, flailing arms that nearly reach the ground. The horse-like head features only one gigantic, fiery eye. Its breath is described as a toxic, yellowish mist that kills all life it touches. Danger level: 10 out of 10. Lethal and catastrophic. The Nuckelavee does not hunt for sustenance or sport. Its singular, malevolent purpose is to spread annihilation. Its powerful aura and poisonous presence mean instantaneous doom for all living things nearby. It is incapable of communication, reason, or being placated by sacrifice. Tactics: the demon emerges from the ocean waves during the worst storms. It gallops rapidly across the land, leaving behind scorched earth, dead livestock, and widespread human sickness. Its primary tactic is absolute, unchecked destruction. It does not typically chase individual victims. It obliterates entire communities in its path, sometimes driving people to self-harm through fear. How to survive: cross. Running fresh water. The only known and guaranteed means of escape is to cross a stream, river, or any source of flowing fresh water. The Nuckelavee cannot tolerate fresh water, and this action will force it to halt or retreat back to the sea. Avoid uttering its name. Never speak its name while near the coastline, as it is believed to attract its attention. Appeal to ancient powers. In some older tales, only the Mother of the Sea, Myther of the Sea, Spirit, was believed to have the power to temporarily subdue or banish the Nuckelavee back to the depths. Protective items: running fresh water, rivers, and streams. Warning: if you see the Nuckelavee, your survival depends solely on finding a source of running water, as its very touch causes instant illness and decomposition. By Krampus, Germany. Origin and essence. Krampus is a figure deeply rooted in pre-Christian Alpine folklore, serving as the terrifying evil companion to Saint Nicholas, Santa Claus, during the Christmas season. While St. Nicholas rewards good children on December 6th, Krampus is responsible for the punishment of the naughty. His name is derived from the German word Krampen, meaning claw. He is a fearsome, demonic figure who emerges to roam the streets during Krampusnacht, Krampus Night, the evening of December 5th. Description: Krampus is a horned, anthropomorphic demon with a body covered in thick, dark hair. He possesses curved goat horns, cloven hooves, and a frighteningly long, pointed tongue. He is typically bound by rusty iron chains and large bells, which rattle noisily and symbolize his connection to the devil. In his hands, he carries switches, birch branches, used to beat misbehaving children, or a sack basket used to kidnap them and haul them off to his hidden underworld lair. Danger level: 6 out of 10. Dangerous, but selective. Krampus poses a direct physical threat exclusively to truly naughty children. While he rarely kills, His punishments involve painful beatings with the switches, the threat of kidnapping, and guaranteed psychological trauma. Adults are generally safe unless they directly interfere with his pursuit of a child. Tactics. Krampus actively seeks out homes where, according to St. Nicholas's list, bad children reside. His arrival is always heralded by the loud clanking of chains, ringing bells, and a menacing roar. He uses the switches to inflict painful public beatings on disobedient children or stuffs them into his sack to take them to hell, though in contemporary stories they are usually released later, terrified into good behavior. How to survive. Behave decently. The ultimate defense is virtue and good deeds throughout the year, ensuring you remain on St. Nicholas's list, not Krampus's. Stay indoors. During Krampusnacht and throughout the high festive season, it is best not to venture outside alone after dark. Hide from the noise. If you hear the telltale clanking chains and bells, immediately hide and keep silent until the noise passes. Protective items. Proof of good behavior from St. Nicholas, presents, or a strong devotion to Christian symbols, though sometimes a shared drink of Krampus schnapps is said to temporarily pacify him in modern folklore. Warning. His existence is a traditional warning. Good behavior is the only sure way to avoid his wrath. The public parades, Krampuslauf, are celebrations, but they serve as a potent reminder of the genuine terror the legend once inspired. La Llorona, the Weeping Woman, Mexico origin and essence. La Llorona, or the Weeping Woman, is arguably the most pervasive and recognized ghost in Latin American folklore, from Mexico down through South America. The foundational legend tells of a beautiful woman named Maria, who, after being scorned by her unfaithful, wealthy husband, was driven mad with rage and sorrow. In a moment of madness, she drowned her own children in a river, and then, consumed by guilt, drowned herself. Because her soul is cursed and cannot enter heaven without her children, her tormented spirit is doomed to eternally wander near bodies of water, crying out in agonizing lamentation. Description. La Llorona appears as a tall, spectral woman, usually shrouded in a long white or tattered wedding dress. Her face may be concealed by her hair or distorted by grief, but her signature trait is her piercing, mournful wail that carries unnaturally far. Her presence is strongly tied to rivers, lakes, canals, and arroyos, creeks, where she endlessly searches for her lost offspring. Danger level, 8 out of 10. Highly dangerous, particularly to children. While her main quest is the search for her own children, she may kidnap, drown, or harm other children she encounters, mistakenly believing them to be hers. She may also attack men whom she sees as representing her faithless husband, or any adult who ventures too close to the water at night to investigate her cries. Tactics. She uses her weeping as a deliberate lure. The legend states her cries are deceptively reversed. If you hear her wailing loudly and seemingly close, it means she is actually far away. However, if her cry sounds faint and distant, it means she is standing right beside you. She hunts lone children or adults who are drawn out by curiosity or a desire to help the woman in distress. How to survive. Avoid waterways at night. The primary rule is to stay strictly away from rivers, lakes, and canals after sunset. Ignore the cries. If you hear her weeping, do not go outside, do not try to help, and do not acknowledge her presence. Stand your ground, if caught. If you see her, do not look directly at her face and immediately seek safety or recite prayers, as religious symbols and faith are sometimes believed to repel her. Protective items. Holy water, religious amulets, or small children kept safely inside the home. Warning, her legend serves as a cultural caution. Never go toward the water upon hearing a woman cry at night. It is widely believed that anyone who sees her face is destined for misfortune or death.